Howdy, I am Julia.
And I'm Olivia.
And welcome back to Hives and Lows. Or if you're new, welcome. This is a safe space to geek out about film, TV, and all things entertainment.
So Oscars nominations is coming soon. This week, Thursday for us.
For you, it already happened, viewers.
For you, it already happened, and we will discuss it next week in depth. Uh-oh. That made me nervous.
I'm a little nervous, too.
That made me really nervous. Uh-oh.
Sometimes you get your hopes up that you're like, maybe this movie will get nominated, and then you're like, never mind.
It won't.
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm thinking, and I don't think it's going to happen. And
you don't think A Different Man's going to happen?
No. A Different Man is 110% not happening. The Apprentice is the one that might happen that won't.
Okay.
Because I think they're a little scared. I think that the voters are a little scared.
It's like,
of, some events that are happening currently.
But it's okay. I saw the TV glow. I'll be like Olivia for A Different Man, and I'll fight for you.
Oh my god. Yeah. I wanted A Different Man so badly, and I don't think it's happening at all. But The Apprentice, here's the thing. The voters, I think, are not going to go for it because I think they're afraid. And I'm trying to choose my words correctly here because I'm not scared of him, but I'm, it's just like, I don't want to disrespect, the voters that much. But on the other hand, I'm like, grow a backbone.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
Seriously,
it's one of those things where you're like, you have to talk about it because if you don't, then it's going to continue happening.
Well, they're scared because he's already said, that he'll go after Hollywood. So if this slips into the Oscars, they'll, I think that
you know what? I can beat up Rocky to defend The Apprentice. Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and the other guy that I do not know. You're no one's now, and I can fight you. Even if you're taller than me, I can.
You like how I said I'm not afraid of Trump, but I am afraid of the Oscar I'm not afraid of them. I just want to be one of you one day. So I'm like, let me in the club. let me in. But also, I am going to talk crap about them a little bit more because they did say that they weren't. I mean, now it's aged correctly, but at the time, 2 or 3 days ago, they said that they weren't going to watch The Brutalist because it was too long. And there are other reasons now to not watch it. But at the time, I was like, that's absurd. That's your job.
Yeah, no. That's the funny thing is that article came out that Oscar voters are not watching it, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
I would kill to be a voter, and you're not even watching. Oh my god!
You get the little advanced DVDs and the booklets.
Yes,
I want that. My Goodwill for some reason had some of them, and one of them was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Sadly, I didn't buy it, but imagine getting that, and you're like,
I know, and you're like, I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm gonna let it slide. And I get it. The fires happened. That's traumatic and everything. And I know that even with the extended time, it's might be hard.
It is
to get back into it. But at the same time, that is literally your job. Also, what did they said that they're only watching the happier movies because of the
Well, okay, I understand your mood.
I get it. But I don't know, I feel like if I was a voter and I felt that way, I would be like, can we just postpone it to a different I don't know. It just because it is tricky because it's I get it, but at the same time I'm like, that's your job.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's your entire job. And I don't know. Maybe some people did reach out and they were like, "We're just not gonna push it back," or like whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
But I don't know. I guess not watching The Brutalist worked out for them since
yeah, for
we
those who
were
don't know,
saying.
the Brutalists, they came out and said they used AI for Felicity Jones's and Adrian Brody's Hungarian accents, I
Oh,
believe.
and also buildings. Some of the
Yeah,
buildings. The movie's about
it's
an
about
architect.
architect.
What? What?
Like, what? And
It
then
doesn't make any sense to me. But also, like, they kept in the article, it was like they were doing very good accents. They just wanted it to be like good to a native or whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you needed to do that. But also, I'm like, is that not cheating? When you do it to the accent, like buildings, I could understand. Like, still, it's so upsetting, but I can understand being like, all right, whatever, like. But when it's the accents, I'm like,
that's
that
affecting, like,
your that's acting,
yeah,
and you, Adrian Brody, won a Golden Globe for your
like,
acting in that movie, and that was
like,
part of your job,
should we
and it was, and I'm like, is that not like cheating?
should we give the Golden Globe to a computer now? Like, and then
I mean, I
also,
get it. I get it. He did other stuff, and like it's his, like is like obviously his acting otherwise was good enough, but it's like I don't know. That just feels like that's part of your thing, and
yeah.
and now it's like, and also, do you think he knew? Because that's what I
No,
was
they
also
gave
talking
their
about.
consents, I thought. I thought Felicity Jones and Brody gave their consent for them to
Mm,
do it.
that yeah, mm, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. And then it also came out other films that used AI. One of them was Amelia Perez.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? That one doesn't shock me. There were people online that were like, Amelia Perez used AI, and I'm like, okay, look at the list of movies and tell me that you weren't gonna. If I said one of these used AI, you would pick that one
Yeah.
out of the lineup.
And I think
Like,
I think they used it for the singing part of it. And I'm like, okay, that does make sense that they not that they
right.
why they would. I just mean it makes sense for the singing part in the songs because they're so
This is absurd. I hate that like now this is like signaling to people like, well, a movie that uses AI can get into the Oscars.
exactly.
And that's scary.
That is very scary.
I mean, I know that it like feels like we're just like pushing away like new technology, but like it truly is like just like taking jobs from like artists or using it to enhance your what is supposed to be your job is like very like it rubs me the wrong way that you
Yeah.
can do that and still win awards.
Yeah, like get
Like,
congratulated for it. And it's
yeah.
it's hilarious cuz there's always a lot of like things in the entertainment industry that kind of like in a way is ironic. But like I'm sorry y'all, you give out awards to all of these like films that are warning us about technology in the future and you're like, "Let's give The Brutalist a Golden Globe for using AI. Let's just do it."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, no, let's not do that. Uh Please
Yeah.
no."
And like I said before, like I get that it was more than just like his accent. I'm sure, I mean, haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure that his acting was great and was award worthy, but I don't know, it just feels icky that like it was almost a like a boost, like a help,
Yeah.
like,
And
like cuz if you don't nail an accent, it is a little goofy the rest of the movie no matter how good your acting is. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, it just felt like I don't
yeah,
know,
and also
like I mean, of course we'll never know
yeah,
like
but
how bad
I
the accent was before, but what I from what I heard it wasn't. So I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
That's also what kind of concerns me, because originally when the director did his like speeches, I was like, I am down with you as a director of wanting to do this 3 hour picture and all this stuff on a smaller budget, but you constantly make like consciously making that decision to do that in the editing room and in the like post production, like, I'm sorry, I lost all the respect that I had for your speech.
Yeah, I did want to watch The Brutalist, but like I don't know, when films say that they've used AI, my body just like rejects
Yeah,
wanting to watch the movie. And I don't know, like I understand that like they are really trying to like make us be in on this, but like it's I can't. Like
yeah, like for example, like I remember I was really excited for Late Night with the Devil, like,
yes.
last year, and then when it came out that like the thing is with Late Night with the Devil, they only use those like title card things, and that was the only thing of AI, and I was like, still,
No,
no.
because like that took a job from an artist.
Exactly. That could have, yeah. So like,
Yeah, and also I can always clock when there's AI involved. Always. I have always like that's AI. If it's AI art, I'm like, yeah, that's AI. Like
yeah,
I could have gone to Late Night with the Devil before I had seen all the AI stuff come out about it and seen those pictures and been like, that was AI. Like it I don't know. People are always like, it looks whatever.
no,
And I'm
it
like, no,
doesn't.
it doesn't. It always looks bad.
That's
Like,
that's like the thing, like with the whole like AI Coca-Cola ad
oh,
with all
it
the
looks
polar bears. It
awful.
looks awful, and in addition, they're like, look at these cute polar bears that we're probably killing
Yeah,
by
by
you by
doing that.
making this
Yes.
ad.
Yeah. Ugh. It always just is like icky. But also, you know what else rubs me the wrong way about this whole brutalist situation?
Mhm.
That article came out once Oscars voting was closed. So that felt
That
strategic.
mhm. Like someone was like, you got to pay me a bunch of money and I'll keep it until after the Oscars.
No, because it literally was like the day after, or it, like I don't even know if it was a full day after that article came out after voting was
That's
closed.
like
And I'm like, I don't know. That felt. Mm,
like, do you have to credit AI in the
I
credits?
I don't think they did if
Because
it
like
because
AI
nobody
is
said that. Because
like that.
usually people are like, why was AI in the nobody clocked that.
Yeah,
So that's
well,
why I'm like, do you have to? Because that
yeah,
should be you should have to. If like
yeah.
that's not Late
Because
Night
I
with
know
the
that,
Devil did.
yeah, and I know that Heretic did the opposite, where they were like, no AI has been
Oh,
used.
yeah, Heretic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said, yeah. Yes, I remember people tweeting about that.
Yeah, I think
Well,
yeah.
we should move on to what this episode is about, which is we're gonna say what our top, um, I guess our like most anticipated 2025 releases are gonna be. Um, yeah, I mean, my list is not it's not in any particular order. I couldn't really order them because I was like,
Yeah, because originally I was like, oh, maybe if it's like ordered by release, but I feel like some of them they don't even have a release yet, so it's like,
yeah.
oh,
I made mine on a list on Letterboxd, and I'll
I did
probably make
also.
it public after this episode goes
Ooh,
live.
yeah, we can
So if
do
you guys
that.
want to check out our lists for that,
Letterboxes.
then uh, we always have our Letterboxd in the description. So okay, do you want to start? Or do you want me to?
You can start.
Okay. My first one on here, once again in no particular order, is Ballerina, which is the
Oh,
John Wick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, fun fact about me, I love John Wick. I love it so much. and and is it because I love Keanu Reeves so much? That's a big part of it. But I also just really like when an action movie is actually cool. Like, you know, like the Netflix action movies?
like
I'm
those don't
never
count.
into those. Yeah, I'm never into those. But when an action movie is like actually cool, I'm like, oh, what we could have all the time if people just like gave a crap and didn't want to like just make like a money grabbing action movie. And I think that I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the last two John Wick movies, but John Wick 1 and 2 I love so much. I could watch them on a loop. And I'm excited about this because first of all, trailer was great. Trailer was so great. But also I like the world that John Wick is set in. Like they did really good world building in
That's
John
cool.
Wick. Like the assassins like underground sort of society thing is like sick. And I like the idea. Like not every franchise needs like set within the world of this. I think that one is a cool one to do because there are so many like eccentric like people in those movies and stuff. Yeah, but this movie is set in the world of John Wick. It stars Ana de Armas. I think Keanu Reeves is also coming back. And Norman Reedus is in it, who, that's Daryl Dixon. So, so I'm excited about that. The director is Lynn Wiseman. He directed the Total Recall remake from 2012, I think, that I didn't see, but, whatever. He also directed some episodes of Lucifer, I found out. I haven't watched Lucifer, but I was a Supernatural fan for a really long time, and the two the fandoms overlap quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I like know a lot about Lucifer, but yeah, I guess he directed some episodes. And then the writers are the people who did John Wick 4, but one of them, Shay Hatton, you watched this, right? Rebel Moon. Yeah, he did that. But the other one, Derek Kolstad, did Nobody, which was that one. Oh my gosh. It was an action movie that people really liked. Like people thought it was cool, but I didn't see it. And then he also wrote a couple episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I found out, I was like, "Oh, okay." But that makes sense. Whenever I look at the ballerina trailer, I'm like, I think he probably wrote like the Madripoor episodes. Because when I watched the ballerina trailer, I was like, that makes sense. But also I think this movie could be the Natasha Romanoff origin that I deserve.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, when is the Natasha, like, because I know you said that about Kim Possible when we did Decon.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
Anything better than what they decided to give us or not give us in the MCU. And this is coming from somebody who actually liked the Black Widow movie. I hate how they massacred my girl. Okay. But yeah, the plot is I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like John Wick, where it's a revenge thing, but I think she just goes on like a revenge. But there is another revenge movie called Ballerina that I watched on Netflix that is so good.
Is that the 2023 one? Because when I was trying to look it up, that one came up.
It's like she's getting revenge for her friend. That's so good.
Ooh.
It's so good.
I'm adding this to my watch list.
It's also a little homoerotic because whenever I watched it, I was like, are these girls together? And then she keeps saying friend, and then I'm like, oh. But I'm like, are you? Okay. Do you want to go next? Do you want to pick one that like you don't think that I have on mine?
Sure.
I didn't think Ballerina would be on yours, so
it's not. I'm so sorry. I do want to watch the John Wick films at some point, and maybe we will.
We should.
The one of the kind of first ones I have on my list is The Wedding Banquet. Do you know what this is? So it was originally a Ang Lee film back in I believe the 90s, and this is a remake, but it's starring Bowen Yang, Lily Gladstone, and Kelly Marie Tran.
Oh, wait. I
Yeah.
have heard of this. I just
Yeah.
didn't know what it was.
So from what I know, at least according to it, it's just like there's two couples, a lesbian couple and a gay couple, and so that they can get funding for Bo and Yang's wedding, they have to pretend to be the like straight couples.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm really excited.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because not only is it like it's being directed by the guy who did Fire Island, and I love Fire Island. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
It's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, but done on
Ooh,
Fire Island, where it's a lot of gay men go during the summer, and it kind of talks about classism, but also racism within the gay community, especially with Asian people, which is really interesting.
that is interesting.
Yeah, highly recommend it. I love Fire Island, but I'm really excited for this one, not only because Lily Gladstone and Kelly Marie Tran are going to be like romantically involved with each other, but I think
That's
Bowen
why
Yang
I
is.
heard about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally the only thing I heard about it.
Literally, the like one of the custom posters you can have on Letterboxd is those two, and I was like,
That's funny.
yeah. But I'm really excited for it. I haven't seen the original. I might, but I'm excited to see this one because I don't know the actor who's playing Bowen Yang's love interest. I'm excited to see him, but obviously I know Bowen Yang is good. He can
Yeah.
do anything. Same thing with
Yeah.
Lily Gladstone. And I'm so glad to see Kelly Marie Tran in something.
In
So
something.
I'm so sorry, Kelly Marie Tran. Those Star Wars fans did not deserve you.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. Oh, don't even get me started. Okay,
Oh,
we
yeah.
said that we weren't going to talk about Star Wars. So we should actually shut up.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's another one on your list? Even
I
like
think we both have this on here.
okay.
I think. Oh, and by the way, these are all like speculated to come out in 2025, or some of these are like a for sure, but some of these I'm like, they could push it back, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. That's on my list.
That is also on my list.
Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, gosh.
There's
I
not much
can't.
information on it, but I'm excited.
No, yeah. The only like plot that I could find online was a couple in the days leading up to their wedding faces a crisis which when unexpected revelations derail what one of them thought they knew about the other. So it sounds interesting, but also you could show me just them sitting in a room facing each other and not even saying anything and I'd watch it for 3 hours. So it could have been anything.
So
and I would have been
true.
like, yeah, I'm sad.
I'm sad.
I am sat. Yeah, I am so excited for that. The pictures,
The videos.
the videos of her throwing the coffee
Oh
on
yeah.
that car. Yeah, Zendaya. Yeah, yeah. I am so incredibly excited, and this is one of those that I'm not sure if it's going to come out this year, but gosh, I hope they don't push it back. I just want it to come out.
Hopefully this will be the year of Robert Pattinson movies coming out.
Maybe. We'll never know. They all get pushed back when it's him.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert.
Well, since we're talking about Robert Pattinson, I have Mickey 17 on here.
Yeah, that's on my list. That's way down here on my list, though.
Yeah, I am so excited. Oh my god, even scrolling through the cast of it, I completely forgot who else is in this movie.
Stacked. Our boy, Mark Ruffalo.
I know.
Our boy, Mark Ruffalo. I love Mark Ruffalo.
Stephen Yeun, Tony Collette.
Know. My boy.
Oh, and this woman. Noemi Aki, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then Tony Collette.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, oh my gosh,
I'm so excited.
It's stacked. And then, obviously, it's Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, so. I think, you know what it is? I feel like, sometimes when you're hearing about the production of a movie and you kind of get really scared about it. But with this film, when they kind of were coming out and, like, Warner Bros. Kept denying, like, Bong Joon-ho, like, his, like, cut. And he's like, I'm not stepping back. I'm doing my cut. that made me actually more excited for the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Bong Joon-ho and I have, I mean, not personally, but have a long history because I have defended Snowpiercer with my life
I
in the
need to
past.
watch Snowpiercer. I've heard
And
amazing things.
listen, when people say, like, I know it's a big joke that, like, Chris Evans can't act or whatever, watch that movie and tell me that he wasn't put on a good show. Like, I get it with, like, some of his work. I'm like, now what was happening, Christopher? Christopher, what was going on? But then, like, I see him in Knives Out, and I'm like, come on. And then I see him in Snowpiercer, which some people make fun of some of the lines that he says, but I'm like, that's not his fault. That's not his fault. That movie, I think, just was, I think the language barrier, it was just a little harder to transfer to English. So, like, some of the lines are a little silly, and I think
Mm.
that saying them probably was a little silly. So whenever people are like, I don't think he did a very good job in that movie, I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Watch it again. Okay. But yeah, so like Bong Joon Ho, I'm in your corner, and I have been since Snowpiercer.
Yeah. So good. Sorry, I'm
But
thinking about Parasite.
oh gosh, love Parasite.
Love Parasite.
But yeah, for those who don't know what Mickey 17 is, it's adapted from a novel by Edward Ashton. But
They
also
changed
on IMDb, I love whenever they like credit like the story to people who wrote like the original stuff, because it always confuses me because I'm like, who's this? Who wrote
who
this?
wrote
And then I
this.
go to it and I'm like, oh, they didn't like write the movie. Um, but yeah, it's like about this guy, and he's an expendable, and that is just a disposable crew member because his body gets or he gets like regenerated, sort of like after one of his bodies dies. Um, and then what with it? This is just what it says on IMDb. With one generation or regeneration, though, things go very wrong. So, watch the trailer.
Yeah, I'm kind of
But
like, I'm just at this point where I'm like, as long like I don't really need to hear anything else. Like
oh
I'm
my gosh, and
already
Robert
sitting.
Pattinson is back doing a silly little voice.
Oh my god, and that
Ah,
silly little voice is iconic.
yeah, anytime he does a silly little voice, I'm like, oh, I am down.
Yeah.
I'm
And
down with that.
and I'm counting his Bruce Wayne and Batman as a silly
That's
little
a silly little voice.
voice.
Absolutely. And his normal speaking voice is a silly little
Silly
voice
little
as
voice.
well. And not in a bad way. It just is.
No, it just
Um,
is. And we love
it
that
just
for you, Robert.
is. And I love it.
Yeah, and
Um,
what's the book's original name? Because didn't Bon Joon-ho
mm,
joke that it's originally like Mickey 16, but he
it's
wanted to
Mickey
make
7.
it's Mickey 7, so he wanted to kill Robert Pattinson 10 more
10 more
times.
times. Yeah. I'm gonna get these two out of the way because they're both Marvel.
Okay. I
And
I
that is
have one Marvel film on here, so you get yeah.
okay. And that's Thunderbolts is my first one. Is that the one that you have, or you
No.
have Fantastic Four?
I
Okay,
have
the
Fantastic
other one
Four.
is Fantastic Four. But Thunderbolts, listen, I love Thunderbolts in comic wise, and Bucky Barnes is everything to me. So he is the, I guess, leader. We don't know, but the Thunderbolts stars Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan and David Harbour, and I'm terrified. And Julia knows that I'm
I do
just
know.
scared for this movie, but I'm also incredibly excited because it looks good. I'm just scared because Marvel tends to do this thing once they get a hold of a character for a little while where they just ruin them. So, and there's a lot of potential to ruin a lot of people that I like in this movie. So I'm really scared here. But the director directed Beef and Skeleton Crew. Some episodes of
Oh!
Skeleton
Wait,
Crew.
what
Yeah.
episode of Skeleton Crew? Do you know off
I
the
don't
top
know.
of your head? Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I just jotted notes
I
down,
literally
and
just like
yeah.
my boyfriend and I were like halfway through the finale before
But also, other good stuff about this movie, the writers, one of the writers was a writer on The Bear, and
Ooh.
another writer was a beef writer and Hacks. And then a different writer was also on Beef. And then another writer was also Transformers 1, which I heard was good,
Oh, I
Black
heard that was
Widow,
really good.
and Thor Ragnarok. And I'm like, guys, we got a crew here. We got a good crew of writers here.
Ooh, he directed a good episode of Skeleton Crew. So
Also, every single trailer slaps for
yeah, I
Thunderbolts.
don't know why I didn't put this on my list. I feel like I think I didn't put it on mine because I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm excited, and like I don't think that people are as excited, and I'm like I feel like this is about to be something that's like I feel like it's going to be like a sleeper hit. Like cuz I think that like people are saying currently that like they're like Captain America is going to make or break what this new like section and I'm like guys, wait till Thunderbolts. I
waiting for
promise
Thunderbolts,
you.
guys.
Guys, we have so many good writers. And also a good director. And all the characters slap. Aside from Alexi. All the characters slap. um so I'm really excited. But for those who don't know what Thunderbolts is, it's just a group of okay, I'm gonna use the word that they use, but villains, um, who are recruited to go on missions for the government. Um, I am so hyped. I am so hyped. I also just can't wait to see my boy on the screen again. But the next one is Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Starring Pedro Pascal. Yay. Vanessa Kirby. Yay.
Hey,
Joseph Quinn. Wow.
our
Look,
boy.
he's back.
He always finds a way.
He always finds a way back to us. And then Ebon Moss Bachrach. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to remind my
So
boyfriend.
good.
I was like, this is this guy, because I think I made a joke about the Thing talking about becoming the Thing, and I used cousin, and he was like, "What?" And I said, "The bear."
Cousin. um yeah. I'm really excited about this. Also, the director directed some WandaVision and some Succession.
Mm-hmm.
And then the writer did Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know if that one's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That's
I
the
said,
one
I'm
I
not into
like.
those.
I like that one.
I'm not into those as much. My dad loves them. Um, and he also did oh my gosh, Snowpiercer finding its way back to us too, but he also the show Snowpiercer, he
Oh,
wrote some of that, yeah. Um, my dad was really into that. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be a retro futuristic 1960s vibe. Hello.
I'm excited about that.
Also, I'm excited to just look at Pedro Pascal for like 3 hours. Yeah. Like
Exactly.
and listen, I've never been into Reed Richards, sue me, but I've never been into Reed Richards, even in the comics. I'm always like, I'm definitely more of a Invisible Woman girly. I also love Johnny Storm. I have been playing the hell out of Invisible Woman and Marvel Rivals. Like, oh my gosh, I love that they put her in there because I am eating it up. Okay, I love her. Um, but yeah, I'm so excited. Um, Galactus is the bad guy, and also Silver
Ooh.
Surfer.
Oh,
And I love them both, so I'm hyped.
oh, isn't Surfer being played by
Yeah,
Julia
Julia
Garner?
Garner.
I'm excited about that.
Yes, I'm excited about it too. I uh, I can't wait. July is going to be such a good time because also this was in my honorable mentions, but also Superman is
That is
happening.
also, yeah.
Did you put in honorable mentions or on your list?
I just put it on my list. I just put
Okay.
anything that I was excited for on my list. Um because I do that anytime every year. I just put movies that I want to see on my list.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
all on the same thing. It's just that for the stuff I was more excited to like dig into, I like
yeah,
actually wrote notes for.
yeah.
Um,
I'm excited for both of those. Just you talking about it just made me more excited about them.
Hell
So
yeah. I hope that did it for everybody else too who's listening. Um, do you have another one or do you want me to?
yeah, I have one. I just added this one today. Have you heard of this Opus?
Yes, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, so for those of you at home, uh Opus is Iowa Debris, and she's with John Malkovich,
Mhm.
Juliette Lewis from Yellow Jackets,
Mhm.
and then I think Tony Hale's also in it. But essentially, it's a young writer is invited to the remote compound of a legendary pop star who mysteriously disappeared 30 years ago. Surrounded by the star's cult of intoxicated journalists, she finds herself in the middle of his twisted plan.
Sorry, I just thought I thought it was funny that you said Juliette Lewis from Yellow Jackets because as much as I love Yellow Jackets, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind.
What is the first thing that comes to your mind
Oh,
for?
just like, like literally everything from the 90s.
Oh
Cape
God, she is in a lot
Fear,
of
Natural
90s.
Born Killers. She was also the daughter in Christmas Vacation. Uh,
Oh my God, you're gonna hate what. Well, I said Yellow Jackets because that's the one that I know of a good performance from her that I've seen. Not her fault. I saw Gem in the Holograms, and she was in
oh, was
that.
she in the live action one?
Mm-hmm.
See, my mom was like, so my mom was a big Gem and the Holograms girly back in the day, and she was like so disappointed to see that they were making a live action. So we kind of like didn't talk about it. Like it was kind of
Yeah,
just a movie that we just didn't talk about.
me and my friend, I got into Gem and the Holograms, and then my friend kind of joined in with me because the Netflix had like the cartoon, and I also read a lot of. There's a graphic novel adaptation that's really good of Gem and the Holograms, and if there was ever going to be like another adaptation of Gem and the Holograms, that's the way I would go with it.
Hmm.
But the live action's awful. It's awful. Your mom's right. But what's so funny is that when Wicked came out, my friend and I kept joking because the director of Wicked directed Gem and the Holograms. So we all both were
Oh,
like, we love Wicked, but we can't forgive you for the sins
we
of your
can't forgive
past.
you for your crimes.
But yeah, but I'm excited
Yeah.
for Opus. Um, she
Yeah, me too. Yeah, now that you've like explained it, yeah. I had only just seen stuff about it though. Like I hadn't seen anything previous. So I was like, but you know what? Iowa Debris could literally shoot me in the face and I'd thank her. So
yeah, no, exactly.
yeah, so it's like anything that she's in, I'm
Yeah, and
all
I'm
good
also
for.
always down for her to be in a horror. So
Yes. Yeah, I love her so much.
me too.
Ugh. I
What's next?
have The Life of Chuck is on mine, which
That
is
was
the
literally the one that I was gonna say. Like, the next one. So this
yeah.
worked out perfectly for us.
Um one thing about me and Julia is that we love Mike Flanagan.
We love you, Mike Flanagan. If you're
We
listening,
love
huge
Mike
fan.
Flanagan. I just remember texting you not that long ago and being like, just thought about Bly Manor and started crying. Just like out of nowhere, I
So
texted
real.
Julia. I was just like,
So
started
real.
crying, just thinking about Bly Manor.
Yeah,
Um, we should definitely have episodes dedicated to Hill House and Bly Manor and stuff.
I'm always
Um,
down. Anyway.
yeah. Oh, I love them so much. But this one, it stars Tom Hiddleston.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that man so much. He's behind me. He's right here. He's visible at all times, right there. For listeners, I have a thing behind me, and I have a collage behind me, and Loki's on it, and Tom Hiddleston is just back there. But I am so excited about this. Like I don't even know how to explain my excitement, and people who have already seen it are like, oh my god, like this is so good. And I'm like, wait, I need to see it now. I need to see it now.
Like
I
I'm
think it
all
comes out in May.
yeah, I think they announced it recently when it was coming out.
I'm
I
hearing
forget.
like nothing. I have to like seek out information.
Yeah, it was like, but like when what did it premiere at? I don't know what film festival it premiered at, but I remember everyone kept just being like, "This is the
Me
so
too.
good," and I was
Yes,
like,
I remember that too.
"Thankful." Like I don't Mike
I don't ever
Flanagan.
worry about Mike
I
Flanagan
don't
making
ever
a
worry
bad
about him.
thing. No.
So
No.
I'm good, but I'm really excited because it's also it's not a horror. It's like a it's something
This
about
is
the end.
the plot. It says a life affirming I almost said gender bending. Genre bending story based on Stephen King's novella about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I'm excited too. I just all of these were just saying I'm excited as
Excited.
if they're not on our list for
Yeah, and you know what? I also, you are for those of you who don't know about Mike Flanagan, he always uses the same actors in his like stuff. Like he'll like cast other people, but like it's always nice to like watch if you're a fan of Mike Flanagan, you watch a show and you're like, "Oh, it's this person from this thing." I just like that he brings back his like old buds and they're just
Me
getting back
too.
together and hanging out. But
Me
like
too.
Matthew Lillard is in this. So, and then oh my gosh. Rahul Kohli's in it too.
Yeah.
I'm always glad to see him
Karen
in
Gillan
things.
is in this also.
Who?
Karen Gillan? Is that how you say her
Yes,
name?
Karen Gillan's in it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so excited.
I love her too. I almost met her at a Comic-Con once, and oh my gosh, I don't remember why I didn't. I don't remember if like she left or like she couldn't come last minute or what, but I almost met her because I met Palm Clemente who plays Mantis.
Mhm.
Um, and they were gonna come like together as like a Guardians sort of
Mhm.
thing, Guardians of the Galaxy sort of deal, because Comic Cons like to do that. If like more than one cast member comes, they'll be like, get the Guardians of the Galaxy pack, and then you can like take a picture with both of them.
Yeah, I've
I
seen a
almost
lot
did
of
it for Daredevil also because John Bernthal was coming. I was like, oh, I can't wait. But yeah, I didn't end up going to that, so I didn't get my Daredevil stuff, but my Punisher Daredevil picture. um, but I don't know. Maybe next time.
maybe next time.
What else do you have on yours?
Um I have Sinners
That
on
was on
my
my honorable mentions, but we did talk about we were like up on the news for
Yes,
Sinners
because we were
last.
both like when
Yeah,
it was announced, we were like, "Let's go."
was it was last year?
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Sinners is being directed by Ryan Coogler for
we love.
We Love, Creed, Black Panther, and it's gonna star Michael B. Jordan
Mm.
as twins.
Mm-hmm.
And they return to their hometown only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting for to them to welcome back. It's supposed to be like a vampire thing, and I am so excited for that.
Yes, anything vampire. I'm so down for it. We need more vampires. And Nosferatu is like leading the way into more vampire media. I can feel it in my bones. We need a resurgence of in 2026. I better only be seeing vampire movie announcements.
See, that's what I wanted for Wolfman to do, and it's not.
Listen, I didn't hear great things.
I know. I was really excited for it, and then I heard awful things, and I was like, "There goes
Well,
the."
when I heard Invisible Man, it was the same director who did Invisible Man. When I
Mhm.
heard that, I was like, "Whoa, I don't know if this is gonna be a good one, guys." Because I didn't love Invisible Man, I didn't dislike Invisible Man, but I'm like, I don't know if this is the way to be going to just like be doing all of these class. We should do episodes on the classic Universal monsters.
Oh, I can talk all day about the Wolfman. So
I haven't seen some of them, but I have seen a lot of them. I think I've seen Frankenstein, I've seen Bride of Frankenstein, I have
I would be
seen
down to watch
Invisible
those.
Man, um, and I'm pretty sure I've seen is Phantom of the Opera one of them?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. I think it's the
Yeah.
first because I think it's silent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for Sinners. Just I think also like from what I know of Ryan Coogler stuff, like he hasn't done a horror, I don't think. Like from what I know. Let me see.
No, but I don't know. I think he creates good tension in movies, and I think that you
Mhm.
need to be able to do that to do horror. So I don't really have any. Like, I'm not like I don't
No.
think he could do it. Like I
No.
Ryan
I'm
Coogler's another person who could shoot me in the face, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah. And I'd be like, thank you so
no,
much,
but
sir,
like
for
him
your
not doing a horror makes me want him to do a horror. So now that he's doing a horror, kind of the same thing
yeah,
with Iowa where I'm like I trust her with my life.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
There are
I'm
very few people that I'm like, I trust them with my life. Another person that we talked about earlier, Mark Ruffalo,
mhm,
he could do no wrong. He
mhm.
could do no wrong, in my opinion. Um,
What's
let
another
we
one?
should, yeah, we should do quickly, just because we're gonna run out of time. But Eddington, which is the Ari Aster movie that shot in New Mexico.
Okay, I'm gonna add that because I forgot about that one. But
Yeah,
go
it's
on.
Pedro Pascal, Austin Butler, Emma Stone, Joaquin Phoenix. That cast is stacked.
Yeah.
Um, and then Ari Aster wrote and directed, which is normal.
Mhm.
I love Ari Aster. The only movie that I have, no, that's not true. the The only movie that I didn't love of his was Life of Bo.
Bo is afraid.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Bo
Yeah,
is
yeah.
afraid. You were mixing it with like Life of Pi, but I think that's so funny. Just imagine
Yeah, yeah.
him doing like
It's him
Life of
on the boat
it's
with
Life
the
of
tiger.
Pi, but instead of Pi, it's Bo. So it's
It's
Joaquin
Bo
Phoenix.
it's Bo on the boat with the tiger. That's the movie I want to see Ari Aster. Um, but yeah, so it revolves around a couple stranded in a small New Mexico town. And they're welcomed initially, but then I guess the town is like sinister whenever it like
Ooh.
goes at night, whenever it like at night, I guess. But Walking Phoenix is playing a sheriff, and that's all I know. Oh, and I think that Pedro Pascal is either playing the mayor or a politician or something because
Yeah,
there
he's
were a
the
bunch
mayor.
of yeah, because I live in New Mexico and there was a bunch of people being like, "There's Pedro Pascal like political like
He's running
billboards and
for mayor,
stuff that
guys.
are up. He's running, he's running, guys." um, and also because I am like in the film scene in New Mexico, I was getting a bunch of like casting call stuff that was like stand-ins for Pedro Pascal and Emma Stone, which was very funny. Like there was no way to like filter them, so I just get all of them. So I just thought that that was funny. And I was like, yes, I'll be Pedro Pascal's stand-in. I am, as we both know, 5'11". And I look exactly like him. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
thought this whole time I was making a podcast with Pedro Pascal.
Oh, sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry. um Another one I had is Mother Mary
Oh wait, I have that one. Where is
with
it?
with Anne Hathaway and Hunter Schafer
Hmm.
and Alba Baptista.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um I I don't know much about it. However, everything that I've seen, I'm like, you know what, this movie could have the worst plot ever and could be like potentially the prettiest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Every single shot I see of the movie, I'm like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, especially with the Green Knight director doing it.
Yes. Yeah, I had that written down. Yeah. And
Mhm.
also, Hunter Schafer's another person who could shoot me in the face. Um, um, but yeah, I'm excited for that. I don't know anything about it. Whenever it gets closer time. By the way, we do updates for like movie news and stuff on here that we find, interesting. So you'll probably hear news about all this stuff as,
Yeah,
as time
but
goes on.
we're just listing out
Yeah.
things we're excited for.
Do you have another one?
Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one. Have you heard of the film Oh Hi?
Um, I don't know.
Okay, so it stars Molly Gordon from The Bear and Logan Lerman, and they play a couple that like goes on a romantic weekend, but I don't know which one in the couple. I think it's Logan Lerman. He didn't know they were dating, and it just like goes awry. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm just
he
excited about.
didn't know they were dating?
Yeah, like it.
That's like I feel like Smosh Reddit stories, they do like a Reddit story like every 3 where it's like a
Yeah, it's
guy
like that.
thought that they were dating and then the girl was like, "No, we
No.
weren't." Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, literally right
Did you
as I
the
said
one
that.
wasn't there one where like they thought like the guy like proposed
Yes.
and
Yes.
she was like, "We weren't dating." Insane. That is
No.
my worst nightmare. Anyway,
Mhm.
we should keep going just
Yeah.
quickly.
No, but
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Did you have anything else to say about it?
No, I just am really excited about it because the two actors I love. So,
Yes. Yeah. Um, Wicked.
yep, Wicked for Good is my
Wicked
next
for
one
good.
too.
This is just a me thing, but Final Destination Bloodlines.
You know,
Something
I'm
about me
happy
is
for
that I
you.
really love Final Destination. Are they silly? Yeah. Are they good movies? Well, I wouldn't say that. But they're so fun. And they just like really affirm my anxiety. So that's I also like them because they just like because anything that I think of, I always think I'm going to die in like a freak disaster, horrible accident that is so absurd. And those movies are just like, yeah, see, it can happen. And I'm like, yeah, see, it can happen. um, also, I have uh, Materialists, Celine Song,
Oh, yes,
Chris
I also have
Evans,
that
Pedro
one.
Pascal, yes, and Dakota Johnson, yes. Because Celine Song gave me just one of my favorite movies, and those movies that are like untouchable to you, and you're just like, if I watch this again, it's like a treat for me.
Mhm.
That's
That's Past Lives.
Past Lives.
Yeah, that's relatable. I love Past Lives.
I love it. Um, let's see. I think that's all I have.
Oh, I have a lot. Do you want me to run through them or just go?
Run
Uh,
through run through like 3 more.
okay. Shelley Oaks, do you know what this is?
I don't know.
It's a horror film. So there was this YouTube movie reviewer named Chris Stuckman that I watched a lot when I was
Oh,
a younger.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called, but
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
do know
S
about this.
yeah, so it's also being produced by Mike Flanagan, I think. I think
Okay, yeah, I had no idea what it was called, but yes, I do know about that because
yeah,
I was
so I'm really excited for that. Good for him. It's nice to see, you know, because
yeah, I
I
know.
know he cares a lot about filmmaking. And then finally, I have Honey Don't.
I can't
So
say legally at this moment my
sorry, I don't have to
affiliation.
say it.
Actually, I don't know if I can, but I do have affiliation with that movie.
Oh, then I'll just talk about it, and Livia will just
Okay.
nod.
Yeah, I didn't put it on my list.
I'm sorry. I should. This is
No, no,
like
no,
the
you're good. No, you don't have to check or anything. I literally don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. I should probably look at I actually don't know how to look that up.
yeah.
What I'm
Originally,
supposed to say and what I'm not supposed just I'm affiliated with the movie, I'll say that.
yeah. I'm not. I'm really excited.
I'm
Someone on.
excited about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say.
I'm
I'm
excited.
excited about it, but I'm not excited for what I'm affiliated with. So.
I'm excited because Margaret Qualley, people keep saying she's playing a lesbian.
She is. I can confirm.
Okay. Are you
Can
allowed to
confirm she
confirm?
is playing a lesbian. I literally, that was public information. She is playing a lesbian.
Let's go.
Let's go,
And then
lesbians. Let's go.
lesbians, let's go. We love to see it,
Oh,
but
I
yeah.
do have another one. I have another one.
Ooh.
I found one that I didn't say. No Other Choice.
Ooh.
It's not an American movie,
Okay.
or English at all, but it stars the guy who plays the front man in Squid Game.
Oh, your favorite.
Um, no, not my favorite.
No, wait, the wrong guy. Okay.
Wrong guy.
Oh,
Wrong guy.
sorry.
We were talking about Gong Yu, but
Yeah,
this
sorry.
is not Gong Yu.
I was editing that episode yesterday, and I had to look up pictures of him. And then you talked about him for 2 minutes, which I'm not complaining about because look, he's pretty. But just heard front man, and I was like,
Yeah. No, the front man is a different actor. It's Lee Byung Hun. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that. But this movie is about this is after being unemployed for several years, a man devises a unique plan to secure a new job, eliminate his competition.
oh, why have I heard about this? This sounds so
Yeah,
good.
it sounds great, but I had that on my list and I didn't realize I did. So
Thank you for
that was
bringing
my
it up.
list. Um, yay,
Yay.
we did it. I would love to know if there was one that we said or that we didn't say that you guys are excited for, then, put it down below,
Yeah.
message us. Or if you're on YouTube, put it in the comments. If you're anywhere else, then we are on socials. So,
Yeah. Like there's some that like were on our list that we couldn't say due to time because there's so many amazing movies coming out. But like Olivia said, connect with us on social media, like comment, like literally if you just randomly DM me like I'm excited for this film, I will probably respond to you being like, "Oh, I'm also really excited," or "What's that film?"
me too.
Um
Yeah.
yeah. So go ahead, geek out in the comments or over on our socials. Those links are going to be in the description. And if you prefer to listen to our show on another platform, there are links to alternative platforms in the description as well. Also, follow Zyve Media on all social platforms for more great content. We'll catch you back here next week, but until then, please take care of yourselves. We have been Hives and Lows.